Hey y'all, welcome to today's daily devotional on Tuesday. What's up, y'all? Today's one is gonna be about patience. Hope y'all like it. So we get into this. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. Proverbs 14:29, NIV. I have it right here in my Bible. If you want to look it up, if you guys want to look it up yourselves in your own Bibles, it's Proverbs 14:29 again. Proverbs 14:29. I have it right here in my Bible, and I'm going to go and read it right now. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit excelleth folly. Okay. There's a little bit of a difference there in the wording and all that. I always want to pull out the difference. I always got to point out the difference. It doesn't say patience in that one. It says like quick and all that. Let's get into the reading. Sorry about that. My nose is itchy. One of the best ways to learn is to listen. When we are hasty and quick to anger, we fail to gain any further understanding about the situation. Even if we are correct in our anger, there may be pieces of the conversation that we have not yet realized. Perhaps there are things we cannot see. Whatever the case, we have an obligation to conduct ourselves as Christ would, in his patience, in the face of injustice, in conversary. Is result to act in any other way is to demonstrate foolishness before God and others. Practicing patience will increase our understanding. Okay. Go ahead, pause the video now. And think about what that means to you now. Think about what that means to you. Think about it. Okay. Okay. You're good? Okay. Sorry. I have a bit of a cough, but I'm good. What that means to me is that if, like it says in the beginning, if we have patience, we are one of understanding. But if we're quick to anger, we're basically fully. What it means to me, like, we all have that moment when we all have like anger. We all get angry. We all feel like angry. We all wanna, like, when we're angry, we feel. It's like when I'm angry. Basically, when I'm angry, I don't want to push this all on you, but I'm not gonna like stereotype anger. But when I'm angry, I had this urge. It's like an urge to break something, to do something. It's like an urge, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Makes me want to shout. Makes me want to yell. It raises my voice. Even if I'm trying to calm down, my voice is very loud. It makes me angry at the whole world. I have big anger issues, so I'm not gonna stereotype all of y'all. But we've all had anger. We've all had those like urges to break something, to throw something, to yell. Like we're not being heard. Like, and some of us are pretty patient. But do we have the patience of God? Is what it's asking right now. It's like, even if we are right in our anger, even if our anger is justified, even if we have the right to be angry, the right to be angry, the question is if we should act out on that anger. If we should, the question is if we should break something, throw something, yell. Like, even if we are right in our anger, it depends on whether it's right to act on that anger. We have to have the patience of God. We got to be understanding. We have to, because if we don't have the patience, we won't. Hold up. Here it is what I'm trying to say. When we are hasty and quick to anger, we fail to gain any further of their understanding about the situation. And that stuck out to me. We fail to gain any further understanding about the situation. Even if we are correct in our anger, there may be pieces of the conversation that we have not yet realized. Like, how do I put this? When I was a kid, I had big anger issues. I acted on my emotions. I tried to conceal them a lot, but I acted on them. I acted on my anger. If I was angry, everybody sure well knew it. I had big temper tantrums. I would throw stuff. I would knock stuff over. I would break stuff a lot. I would yell at the top of my lungs. I would act like the world evolved around me. When it didn't. It did not. The world does not evolve around me. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, it does not. I remember this one time. There was this one rule in the house where I could not cook in the air fryer because I did not clean up my mess. I refused to. I just didn't see it as necessary. And my mom made it a rule that I had to ask my brothers to make me stuff in the air fryer. And I hated this rule because, well, my brothers refused to make me anything. Me and my brothers did not get along at the time, so my brothers wouldn't do anything for me. I had to be super, super nice to them for them to do anything. And, well, my younger brother, Zachariah, he wasn't a part of this rule because he was younger than me, and he didn't clean his mess either. So we had to ask our older brothers. And those ones, didn't work. So I was hungry, and what I wanted to eat, and I was craving something I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat some chicken nuggets. Now, I couldn't cook the chicken nuggets any other way, but I really wanted them in the air fryer because the air fryer is faster. And I was really hungry now. And my brothers went around. They were in their rooms playing video games, and I knew they'd say no. So I'm pretty sure I could make it now. They wouldn't even notice. I just need it fast. So I got the chicken nuggets, and I put them in the air fryer, and I set the air fryer. I knew how to work with the air fryer at the time, so I put it in the air fryer. I set the air fryer for reheat, and I made them. But my brother Brandon always used the bathroom, my mom and dad's room, and their room is across from the Let me lay out my house real quick. So, there's forward is hallway with all the rooms, and next to those rooms are the dining room and the library. Then there's a wall. Behind those walls is the living room and the kitchen. And across from that hallway, there's no walls. So, everything's clear open. You can see inside those rooms when you walk in when you walk. Out of the hallway, you can see all the rooms. at the end of that hallway, behind, like, next to the, like, the room between the kitchen and the living room, is my mom and dad's room, and their bathroom. Your bathroom is pretty cool. It has the better, it is perfectly clean. It has the better toilet. It is bigger and more spacious. My brothers loved using that bathroom. So my brother Brandon came out in the living room. He was walking to the bathroom, and he saw the air fryer was on, and I was on the couch. And he saw there were chicken nuggets in there. He knew nobody left their room, so he was wondering who would put chicken nuggets in the air fryer. Now, I rushed to the air fryer saying, they're mine, they're mine, they're mine. He pulled them out when they weren't done yet. They were, like, still frozen. He pulled them out and tossed them and turned off the air fryer. He told them I'm not allowed to use the air fryer. He called my other brothers out. They told me I'm not allowed to use the air fryer. I threw a big tantrum about it. Like, a big old tantrum about it. Like, their mom, I was hungry. I knew you guys would say no. And they told me I could have used the oven. Like, I'm not allowed to use the oven. I'm allowed to use the oven. I was old enough to use the oven. I could have used the oven, but I didn't want to. The oven would take longer. I was hungry now. And I was knocking stuff over. I was yelling. I was breaking stuff. I was just having a big old tension. And I ran outside. Thinking about this whole situation, I just didn't understand the rule. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, there was no reason for me to clean out the air fryer. I thought it wasn't my job. I thought the whole world was running me. I thought I was a little princess. And I wasn't. See, because I was quick to get angry and I didn't listen, I didn't do anything I was supposed to, I didn't get to eat. I stayed outside until my mom got home. I could have went back inside and I could have apologized. I could have listened to situation, but I didn't. I was a brat. I could have listened to the rule. It was a rule. It was there for a reason. I cannot not clean up after myself. It's going to create a whole habit, and I need to do that. I could have understood my parents' rule. I could have done a whole lot of other things except get angry. But I did. I got angry, and I ran outside. Even though brothers would have said no. Even though, like, I could have, like, I personally think I was right to get angry in that situation. But, depending on whether I should act on the anger, I should have acted on the anger. No, I should have never acted on that anger. You see, what I'm trying to say is that we need to have, like, the patience of God. We need to have the patience of Christ. There were a lot of moments in the Bible where I felt like Jesus had every right to smack the hell out of all of them. He had every right to smack them. God, well, he had every right to flood the world. Like, imagine, you basically did everything God did. You made a whole world. You gave the world plants, tons of food. You gave them perfect oxygen, the right amount of gravity. Like, he gave us all this stuff. He gave us gave us sheep to make perfect clothes. He gave us iron or stuff to make these, like look at this. He gave us metal. Like, God did all this stuff for us. And what did we do to him? We put him up on a cross and we killed his son. We cursed God. There are a lot of times where I would have smacked some people in the Bible. God had every right to get angry. Like, there were a lot of times where he could have angered, but he didn't. Instead, God, he still loves us. He's patient with us. He's willing to wait until we are ready to come to him. Like, Jesus was willing to, like, he stood there and took it. He stood there and took it. He took all He took all our sins. He took all of our anger, our frustratedness. He took it all. God took all that. Every person that cussed him out, every person that whipped him, then mocked him. It took until he died on the cross for them to realize he is the Son of God. Like, seriously. God could have done a lot of things, but he didn't. You know what he did? He had the patience. He waited it out. And now, we have this history book. It tells us that basically tells us it's instructions of how to follow God, of how to love him. This whole entire book. And sometimes we don't listen to it. We need to have the same patience God has, the same patience Christ has, or else like, we have an obligation to conduct ourselves as Christ would. Look, I'm not saying when you feel angry, suck it up. You guys did. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you feel angry and you feel unjustified, you feel like the world is crumbling, when you feel like you have a right to be angry, you have a right to punch somebody or to break something or to yell, I want you to take a minute. Walk out of the room. Take a minute. Walk into somewhere private. Get on your hands and knees and pray. Give it to God. Because God said, vengeance is mine. God said, give it to me. We have to give it to God. Give our anger to God. Give it to him. Because God knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Like, come on. Give it to him. He knows what he's doing. He'll help you. I've had so many incidents nowadays where I feel like breaking stuff again. I feel like yelling. You know what I do? I go on my hands and knees and pray. And every time I do, I feel like a weight has been lifted off me. I feel calmer. I feel more relaxed. Like I'm ready to listen to this person. We need to when we get angry, we need to ask ourselves what Christ would do, what God would do. What would God do? WWGD. That's what I asked myself. WWGD. What would God do? What would God want us to do? Basically. He wants to pray. To come to him with that anger, that frustration. We need to have the patience of God. We need to have that patience. To act Let me finish this one thing. We have an obligation to conduct ourselves as Christ would. And his patience in the face of injustice and controversy is result. To act in any other way is to demonstrate foolishness before God and others. Practicing patience will increase our understanding. To act angry, to act like that. To have a little tantrum, to just act that way. It's basically this demonstrated foolishness before God. It's basically doing a chicken dance in your PJs in front of the whole school. Or having your parents call you Pookie Bear in front of your friends. It demonstrates foolishness. And we're doing that in front of God. In front of God. We don't want that. We don't want that. Now, do we? No, we don't. We need to practice patience. Practicing patience will increase our understanding. We need to practice patience. We need to be patient. We need to come to God and be patient until something great will happen, because God, he's always got a plan. So let's go and have our prayer. I hope what I said made a lot. I hope what I said made some sense. I don't know if it made sense. Dear God, Lord, I ask for patience and greater understanding. When I feel attacked or offended, please help me to hold back my anger and pray. Reveal to me your better way and guide my mouth to speak truth into every situation. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, now here's the question we've all been waiting for. Here's the question. Make sure to comment down below your answer. When did Jesus display patience in the Bible? Comment down your answer. Like maybe a Bible verse or a chapter or something he did, like a story you've heard. When did Jesus display patience in the Bible? Go ahead and comment down below your answer. I will see y'all next time. Next Tuesday, whenever I get up, I will post every Tuesday whenever I come and talk about God with me. Okay? Now, Little Chica out.